Yep. Starting on River Drift, which is basically the starting map for. I swear,
Yep.
like the amount of times that I've seen these games start with River Drift is insane.
Yeah. Ooh,
You'd
not
think,
the best luck from him, but
oh yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best hand to start out with, but I could make it work.
I
But
think DblCookies wanted something else. You could tell what the little spin he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, this like you were saying, this map is pretty often picked as the starting stage.
Yeah, you'd think it's literally the first stage in the game that you unlock with how many times these people choose it. Like,
I mean, it's a relatively safe stage, so I kind of understand it.
yeah.
And I know Treylina likes this map a lot. When I've played her, she picks it a lot. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the Cookies isn't too sure what to do in this situation right now. Like,
Yeah. The Ouroboros and Joe clash, I think, really worked against him because 2 of his squares are grayed out, and I think he really needed that if he wanted to be aggressive.
yeah, a lot of aggressive playing potential has just kind of gone out the window with that one.
And he's not really getting what he wants, I think. He's got both 312s, and he's passing on turn 4, so I don't think he really likes what he has to work with right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Treylina's just
there is
the base.
Oh. Yeah, Treylina is definitely getting a way better base building momentum here.
I'd kind of like to see her play a special to try to maybe get in if it reaches. Actually, I don't think anything's long enough, even screen. So no, never mind.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see if it works, but I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah. Sometimes there's just those moments where you're curious if something's going to work, but it's not really practical to do so.
Yeah. Sometimes you want the hype moments, but it's not as hype as you think.
Yeah. Never mind. I thought I was going to use the ring chat. That is a pretty good... There is a decent screen position. Not, like, the best, but not the worst.
But at the same time, if he goes there now...
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it now.
Oh, I thought for a second that the inkjet could go straight up, but no, the Treylina has placed her specials in a way to block it.
That is a pretty... Yeah, I think Cookies' card luck here has not been the best either. Like, sure, he got blocked off at the start of the game, which made it a lot harder, but he also just hasn't been getting a lot of his cards that he wants.
Yeah. Wait, couldn't he have played that to activate? Oh, no, never mind. He needed the other charger.
Yeah.
I forgot what was there previously. The score's pretty close, but I feel like Treylina probably has her Octorbombo. Yeah, they're Octorbombo, as I said.
Treylina has way more special.
Yeah.
Well, even if she didn't have the points advantage.
The clash from the Ouroboros and Joe might kind of work against her a little, though. Because she's got to go in diagonally, which I think she probably has Zipcaster, but I'm not sure if... Ooh, a nice Steel Eel. I'm sure that's going to be good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this is pretty easily Treylina's game right now. Yeah,
I think that Steel Eel just gave Treylina a lot more space to place a 312 down. Ooh,
that screen is really nice, but that point lead is just insane.
Yeah. And Treylina wins game 1. I definitely think Cookie was hit with bad luck again this game, but
Yeah, unfortunately.
you never know. We might take it back next game.
Yeah, there's still
Hopefully.
time.
Yeah, it's only game 1.
Let's see where they're going next.
It'll be interesting to see.
Ooh,
Box seats! Yo, box seats, let's go. Okay.
Not sure which of them had picked it, but just before we started Treylina and Black Rose Dragon's set, they were playing on box seats.
Ooh. Box seats is always a pretty hype map to see. And just because it's so tiny, which makes it such a wacky map. Because like you can't really play a lot of the stuff that you would normally play on, say, River Drift or whatnot. Like even on even say if you made a deck for Main Street, you could probably make it work on most maps, but like box seats is like one of those maps that you just absolutely have to make a custom deck for.
Yeah.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, even the starter deck just like it just doesn't work here. Like
Yeah, even the star deck doesn't work on this map, which says something.
But nice plays from DblCookies. It not quite, but Treylina is like almost locked out of one side of the map.
They are fighting tooth and claw for to get control over the map. I think I said that saying wrong.
Nailing to Nooth and Tail.
Tooth and claw? I can't remember what it is, but either way, they are fighting a lot for control over the map.
Yeah, and she's taking a bit of time to make a play, so I kind of have the feeling that she's not going to get into this space where DblCookies is going. And aside from that, well, okay, she does actually. That's a good one. Because all the rest of the room is just so straight. Like, all you can do is like Fizzy Bomb, Suction Bomb, Wipers. It's going to be really difficult to play anything else.
Like, a lot of the board is already filled in, and this is only 10-7. Which, I think that's also part of the wackiness of box seats, is that because it's such a small map, you end up seeing people special, like, really, really early.
Yeah. Yeah,
because after a certain point in the game, that's pretty much the only thing you can do.
And it's nice to just be able to see, like, the huge special chains. Like, it's really satisfying when someone's able to do it just, like, for turns on end. And with that little space that DblCookies has that's not activated, like, something like that is usually pretty good for special chaining, since you can activate special as you start to use your own special. Like if when you start specialing, everything's already activated, you know, you can quickly run out of momentum, but...
Trey has a really, really big point lead right now for box seats.
But she also has a lot of kind of vulnerable area, like with this, where DblCookies is placing his Pearlbot.
Yeah.
And despite the, you know, the lead that Treylina has, it's going to be kind of hard for her to attack. She kind of has to wait for Cookies to almost clear some space.
Yeah, because a lot of Trey's special blocks are like either right next to Cookies' special blocks that just don't go far enough to be able to reach any of Cookies' turf. Ooh, there's an exception to that though. That Squiffer was pretty good.
But Cookies has some pretty good spots to attack still.
Yeah, they do.
Like, he might have to give Treylina a special point, but I feel like on box it's a little easier to like give an opponent a point because you kind of figure they're gonna get it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now it's pretty close, but will Cookies be able to do anything on both turns? I think Treylina probably can, the way she's managed her special, but oh, he's got a small fry left. It's gonna be close, but I think Treylina might have this game.
Yeah, I think Treylina might have another special to play. Because it's boxies, you see smaller than usual cards, so I think she probably will. Yeah,
I kind of expected the wiper. But that'll beat the small fry any day.
Treylina takes home game 2. We'll see if Cookies is able to turn this set around in the next game.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but it hasn't been looking the best for Cookies this set. But hopefully they can turn it around, maybe with a good counter pick.
Yeah, that's a good point. A counter pick can always really change things in your favor.
Oh no, they go back to Drift again. Then again, that is a viable option. It's a relatively safe counter pick.
I both like and don't like the map. Like, I don't know. It's fun to play, but I personally feel that sometimes it's kind of like a coin toss on who wins.
Yeah.
Oh man.
God,
that cannot feel good.
That is a terrible hand.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah. I feel bad for Cookies.
I do too. Oh man, and then yeah. Oh man. That stings. Like I'm feeling bad because of that one.
Yeah. It's horrible. See,
Trey...
get the captain now, but it's pretty much too late at this point.
No, I can't fit. Yeah, I think
yeah, that would have been really cool if we could have fit through there, but unfortunately no.
I think Trey kind of tried to call DblCookies going on like the left from the where she played her power clam. Like, I think she expected him to go straight up there.
Yeah, I think Trey was counting on the Cookies actually having a decent hand here.
Trey, though, is playing very defensively. Yeah, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah, Trey might not have the best hand even looking at things because they're playing really defensively for like a situation that can where you can just we could have just easily gone onto that area in the left and taken a lot of space there.
Definitely. But she's gonna get a lot of special. We know she has that Octo Bomber sitting somewhere in her deck. It would be interesting. I think that Cookies could build a lot of special using the dapples against the I think it was the Splash Mob, because he probably has 10 attack and could just fill it in, but opted to go with something else instead.
Oh, I'm at the special got blocked off as well. That's unfortunate.
You can still claw some points in special out of this. And if he gets Tentatek, he can easily activate 3.
Ooh, that point really just shifted a lot just from that show. But
Yeah.
again, Trey has a lot more special here, so I still think they'll probably end up the winner in the end. Especially considering the fact the Cookies has 2 of their big cards like right at the very end. Like, it's never a good sign. Because you practically have to pass on those.
Yeah, I think it could have been a better idea to pass the Kohozuna, because if Cookies draws the Tentatek and gets those 3 special, then he'd have 5 to play Callie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it would really make a difference at this point, but it could make it a pretty close game if he was able to do that. Because Treylina, she also doesn't really have the greatest spots to attack. Her special points are kind of back a lot.
Yeah. Best one I can think of is probably like that one there that the Manta Storm was next to on the right, but
that was
even
good.
then that wasn't. Yeah, it was a decent special. Although at this point, I don't think Trey needs that good of a special to win, considering there's a 10-point difference.
Yeah. Yeah, she might just have to play over the Inkjet. Or just clash that. Ooh. But yeah, unfortunate luck from DblCookies, and Treylina's going to be moving on.
Luck just isn't on Cookie's side today. Yeah, that is really unfortunate, but it is how it is sometimes with a game where what cards you can play are just random.
Yep.